no, let's back because this gets into like a whole myriad of problems in a lot of things in the country right now that people are talking about. She has been hospitalized since February after she initially sought treatment for severe headaches. She initially went to Northside Hospital but was released and given medication. She said the hospital did not run any scans or tests. Northside did not respond to a request for comment. Huh. A day after she sought treatment, Smith's boyfriend woke to find her gasping for air and making gargling noises. Smith was rushed to Emory Decatur Hospital, transferred to Emory University Hospital, where a CT scan showed multiple blood clots in her brain, the station reported. Newkirk said her daughter was declared brain dead and placed on a ventilator. Now, we hear, not just this part, we hear so many times about black women specifically saying that when they go to hospitals and doctors and things like that, complaining about, a lot of pain that they're experiencing, they get turned away.
Yeah.
Like they're just, making it up. Like it's just, oh, suck it up.
Like, those black women, they just love going to the hospital getting checked out.
And we know they got a high pain tolerance.
Yeah.
And that is like, as much as they've been saying that, this is literally a textbook example of it right here. And that's one huge thing that people aren't talking about. Like, this is clear as day. Like, this is literally what happened. She went, they were like, oh, whatever, nigger, you're fine. Get out of here. And then the next day, she's like brain dead with all kind of blood clots in her brain that nobody bothered to look at. So that's where we start with this. That's the starting point.
Yeah.
So we're starting with her being brain dead and pregnant. So now, with the laws in Georgia and in many states in the country now being what they are, she was pregnant. So the doctors are kind of scared to pull the plug because they're like, oh, this is technically an abortion if we're killing the baby too. Even though the mother is dead, is just like dead.
Yeah.
So they're like, no, we gotta like keep her basically hooked up to all this stuff to keep the baby alive. Forget her. Whatever we need to do to this corpse at this point to keep it functional, to keep this baby alive, which is so weird and abnormal. Like, it, because they're basically treating her like a science experiment. This isn't anything normal at all.
That's what I was wondering is, did somebody give the order and say, hey, keep her alive, we want to see what happens?
Well, I mean, basically it's like they're scared to take her off because they're gonna get like charged with murder or something.
Yeah.
Because you could easily see somebody trying to come down and charge them with murder for the baby, even though the mother died. Like, this is like science.
Yeah.
The mother dies, the baby's probably gonna die too. And it's not like anybody did. Well, it's actually on the hospital for not treating her in the first place.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's where we can start. But they keep her alive for how many months? Like all these, not even, they don't keep her alive. They keep her body, like active, basically. And clearly it wasn't doing that well because I guess the word is like her body started to decay. And they went and, okay, we got to get the baby out. And so they do a C-section and pull out a 1 pound, 13-ounce baby. So that's, and they named the baby Chance, which is,
wait, so they gave the baby a name?
I don't know who named the baby. Oh, Smith's mother
Okay.
Maybe she named the baby. I don't know. Like you got a 1 pound, 13 ounce baby born from a corpse. This is like that's like Guts from Berserk's backstory.
Yeah.
You know, like that's where we're at now. Like Guts from Berserk in real life. Like this shit is insane. You know how fucked up Berserk is?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
is that like where we want to go as a country?
Yeah.
Berserk?
Exactly.
Shit. So, I mean, like this is alarming. And if you don't know the history of this country with how they've experimented specifically on black people and black women, look at like the Tuskegee experiments.
Yeah.
A lot of the experiments on black men that they did, the Tuskegee experiments. And you look at Henrietta Lacks.
Yeah.
And all of that. You can look all that up. You know what? Let's look up Henrietta Lacks. American woman whose cancer cells are the source of the HeLa cell line. First immortalized human cell line, one of the most important cell lines in medical research. An immortalized cell line reproduces indefinitely under specific conditions, and the HeLa cell line continues to be a source of invaluable medical data to the present day. Lacks was the unwitting source of these cells from a tumor biopsy during treatment for cervical cancer at Johns Hopkins in Baltimore in 1951. So basically, she went to go get checked out. They took her. They took a biopsy of her. Okay, let's get it from here. During her subsequent radiation treatments, doctors moved 2 cervical samples from Lacks without her knowledge. She continued to experience severe pain and returned to the hospital on August 8th, remaining there until her death weeks later. Lacks was buried at an unmarked grave in her childhood home of Clover, Virginia. Now, the cells made their way to the laboratory. Researcher Dr. George Otto Gay, he noticed unusual quality in the cells, and Jonas Salk used the HeLa strain to develop the polio vaccine, and those cells have been cloned and used in all of this stuff. But this was all used without her consent. So, I mean, this was all like stolen from her illegally and just used to, use everybody's shit. And everyone knows this, but
Yeah.
nothing has been done about it. No type of like.
Yeah, don't they know who her family is?
Yeah.
Her family gets
Nothing
from this.
Nothing. Like their blood has literally saved millions of lives. And is still saving millions of lives. And nothing.
But they can't throw anything their way. It's like you can't come with nothing to give them. So,
yep. Let's talk about J. Marion Sims, an American physician in the field of surgery. His most famous work is the development of a surgical technique for the repair of vesicovaginal fistula, severe complication of obstructed childbirth. However, he developed this technique via non-consensual and unanesthetized surgeries on enslaved black women. He is also remembered for inventing the speculum and all that other stuff. So yeah, this guy who is like one of the fathers of gynecology was basically learned everything he did by experimenting on black women. enslaved black women, non-consensual and unanesthetized surgeries. That's torture.
Yeah.
Literally torturing black women. And that's the foundation of the science that we use today.
Yeah.
So, that's this country has been built on torturing and stealing from black people in every that's not like something I'm making up or saying just to be controversial. Like, this is it right here. This is literal history. So, you just gotta keep that in mind with all this stuff going on. Like, we can't be afraid of the truth with all of this. Don't get sucked into the culture war bullshit with it. This isn't like a culture war thing. This is just the facts.
Yeah.
So it's not to harp on, oh, we got treated so bad back then. It's like, okay, once you acknowledge that, where do we go from here? How do we make things better? Like, you can't just be like, all right, shut up, stop talking about it.
Yeah, and I think like a lot of people don't realize black people, we are actually, a lot of us are very okay with the idea of moving on.
Yeah.
Past a lot of, the past atrocities. Just admit it.
I know you did it, just admit it. I know you did it, I got it on film. I know you did it, just admit it.
They happen. That's all. Like, just
that's it.
happen.
So where do we go from here?
So yeah. It's
how do we move forward from here?
It's like in any relationship, if you do something that makes your partner angry with you, first step is just admitting that you did something. Especially if you did something wrong, just admitting you did something wrong, and then y'all can work it out from there. But if you just keep being like, "Nah, I didn't do anything. I didn't do nothing wrong. I don't understand why
y'all are
you're
just
mad."
gonna be arguing forever. Like, that's it, and that's what we're doing. We're just all arguing. And it doesn't have to be this way. We can't get caught up in the culture war bullshit. And I think Americans, if we sit back and realize we have so much of this, it's like a fetish where we get off on like black versus white shit.